Hi, I'm Eben Pagan. Welcome to Altitude Modern Marketing Mastery, cutting-edge marketing strategies to help your fast-growing business reach a mass audience. In this program, we are going to talk about marketing. Marketing is a lot of different things to a lot of different people. We're going to talk about different marketing models, different marketing strategies, different marketing approaches. We're going to specifically address the best marketing strategies to help your business grow fast. So the question that I have for you, and the question that I ask myself a lot, is why does most marketing suck? Why is it that most marketing just plain sucks? If you open up a newspaper, if you open up a phone book, if you go search the internet, most of the marketing that you see, it's not just okay and it's not bad, it sucks, it's horrible, it's poor, it's like throwing money down a rat hole. And I know that this marketing was not created by people who didn't care about the marketing. Most of it was created by either business owners who were doing their best job trying to communicate, or by professional firms who are paid to do this, who have been doing this for 5, 10, 15, 20 years. Why is it that most of it sucks? Well, the more I've thought about that, the more I think I've found some of the reasons. And in this program, we're going to explore what some of those reasons are and how you can avoid them. And by the end of this program, you're going to be able to create a marketing document from scratch. You're going to be able to design it, write the copy. You're going to know where to place the elements. You're going to be able to create a marketing piece that's strong. You will be able to do it. So let's use a couple of examples. Here's one of the submissions that we had for this program. When you look at this marketing document, do you get a feeling of confidence? Do you feel pulled into, involved with, motivated by this? Yes or no? No. Why? There's something about it, right? I can't put my finger on it. They obviously spent some time designing it. There are a lot of different colors or different fonts. Some things are centered, but there's just something about it that doesn't seem strong or professional. All right, how about this one? Now just look at the design for a second. When you see this, is this something that gives you confidence and draws you in? Yes or no? There's something about this that just pulls you in. Why? What is it about this that's different from the other thing? Even if you took some of the fancy graphics away, you'd still get that same feeling. Something that's interesting is that this actually features basically fewer fonts and alignments, and it's simpler, actually. It's probably easier and simpler and faster to design this page. How about this one? Typical website. When you look at this, do you feel like this is offering you anything of value? Yes or no? You feel like you're going to get something from this? No. Why not? Do you even know what it's about? Do you even know where to look first when you look at it? It's hard to figure websites like this out. I don't even know what to do. When I see a website like this, my brain goes into the mode of, okay, I'm going to have to do a little bit of sleuthing to figure out who this is and what their deal is and figure out where to go to get what I'm looking for. How about this website? Let me read the headline. We'll revisit this one. Unlimited TransUnion credit reports and scores, free for 30 days. Does this sound like something that you could get some value from? On first glance, if you were someone that was interested in seeing your credit report and your credit score, would you know what this is? Would you have fully taken it in, and would you be ready to take action quickly? Probably. How about this one? Do you ever wonder how healthy you are? Would you like to know what you can do to improve your health? Sounds like someone that's committed to helping people. Probably a really good, solid person who's dedicated to serving fellow mankind. But do you trust this person based on their website? Interesting question. Do you trust them when you look at their website? Why? I don't know. Well, we're going to learn why during this program. How about this website? Does this give you a feeling of confidence when you see it? Security? Yeah? Do you feel like the people that designed this site know what they're doing? Probably professional and organized? Far more than that site we were just looking at. Why? In a lot of ways, this website is much simpler than the other sites. Probably easier to design overall. So the questions that I like to ask are, why is it that the first one doesn't give me the feeling like the creator understands me? And why is it that the second one unconsciously draws me in? It invites me. It almost pulls me through it naturally. How is it that by looking at the first set, you get the feeling that you're dealing with someone who probably doesn't know what they're talking about, even within their area of expertise, just because of the design of the website? And with the second group, you feel like they probably know what they're talking about, just by their web design. Well, again, by the time you're finished with this program, you will understand why. You'll understand the fundamental building blocks, the pieces, all the way from the design to the type style, to the fonts, to the words. And you'll be able to build professional marketing documents that not only give people confidence and pull them in, but also cause them to respond. Now, why learn marketing? What is so important about marketing? Why all the fuss about marketing? Well, I was reflecting recently, and I was thinking about all the people that I know that are self-made multi-millionaires. Not just millionaires, but multi-millionaires. They've done it more than once. And I was looking for commonality, and I realized that these people all had one thing in common. These are all self-taught marketing experts. Self-taught marketing experts. Okay, they don't just know marketing, but they had to teach themselves. Interesting coincidence. Now, why are they self-taught? Because you can't learn this stuff anywhere. In all of my experience, all my years in business and in marketing, all my experiences talking to successful people, I've never had one person say to me, I made my millions of dollars because of the marketing education that I got in school. I've never heard it before. Now, I realize that there are probably people who got a good marketing education and they made themselves millionaires with it, but I've never heard it, and I've talked to a lot of people. I think that that is a phenomenal coincidence of some kind, right? That almost can't be. Well, marketing is a combination of things. It's not just one thing. Good marketing is not just writing a good ad. Good marketing is not just sitting down at your computer and typing a little copy or making a classified ad. Good marketing is composed of many elements all working together. There's psychology, there's design, there's systems thinking, a lot of elements that are all working. There's strategy, there's philosophy, there's working with other people, there's understanding how other people think. And the reason why I think that all of these multimillionaires that are self-made are all expert self-taught marketers, that's why they have it in common. It wasn't necessarily just the marketing that made them the money, but it's what all of the different elements that they had to learn in order to become expert marketers allowed them to do. It's the education that they got by becoming expert marketers that allowed them to then go become expert business people. Does that make sense? One of the things I would like to encourage you to do with the material that you're learning right now as you learn it is to try to apply what you're learning in some way as you learn it. Try to take it and put it into action. And I don't mean to pause the program every 15 minutes and go change one of your ads or create a new ad and go run it, although you might want to try that. What I mean is to take the idea and to translate it into some form that you can actually see, touch, and feel. So as an example, we might talk about writing headlines. After we've talked about writing headlines, you might pause the program, go pick up a couple of pieces of your marketing copy, and rewrite the headlines. You might open up a magazine, flip through the magazine, take what you learned about headline writing, and rewrite some of the headlines there. One of my good friends and I, we have an old pastime where we drive down the road and we look at billboards, or if we're sitting in a restaurant, we get a magazine. We flip through the magazine, or if we're watching a show, we watch the commercials, and we try to rewrite the marketing as it's happening. And we almost have little philosophical conversations, and we're practicing what we're doing. We're practicing our skill of thinking like marketers. Now, practice can mean one of two things. Practice can mean try like you don't really mean it. Oh, it's just practice. Or it can mean a disciplined, consistent form of training yourself, as in a practice. And I recommend that you make this into a practice. You don't just practice this stuff, but you turn it into a practice where you're consistently implementing every single thing that you learn in some way. Get it into action. Now, why do we do that? Why do we try to turn our learning into a practice? Because when you practice, it drives it deeper into your mind. It drives it into your memory. It integrates it with the other things that you know, and it creates new neural pathways, new behavior patterns. It actually gets it so that you can use it. It turns it into something that you can use. Another way that you can practice with what you learn here is to use it in conversations that you're having with other people. Because marketing, part of marketing, is about learning to understand the perspective of the other person, understand how they think, understand the words that they use to describe things, and then communicate with them using their favorite communication, not your favorite communication. Most of us, when we're in conversations, we're kind of unconscious. We're just kind of listening to what the other person says and thinking about what we're going to say next and trying to figure out how to take the attention off of them and put it on us. Well, when you become a strong marketer, you start listening behind the words. You listen for what people are really saying. You're listening for their emotional drives. You're listening for their motivations, their fears, their frustrations, their wants, where they're trying to go. And when you listen to people in that way, and then you have conversations that appeal to their way of thinking, with the direction that they're headed, with what they're trying to accomplish, you will transform your relationships. The conversations will be completely different. People will be enraptured because they've never been understood before. They've never been in the presence of someone who really wants to understand them. And that, in a way, is the pinnacle of marketing, is getting to the point where you're always listening to truly understand where they're coming from and not trying to make them do what you want them to do, but offer them the products and services that help them get the results that they're looking for.